Jingle bell rock. Yes, it's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It's your host, Rick. And I'm here. It is Wednesday, December the 10th. Alexa, turn it down. And we got to sit down. Look at me. Behind me, you see a bunch of presents and stuff. I'm in the middle of wrapping, which is like a wrestling word. I mean, I love giving presents. Don't get me wrong. Very generous guy. But I hate to wrap. I use tissue paper to wrap, just because it's easier to handle. I can't cut straight, It kind of veers off to the left or the right. And Scotch tape, I put like tons and tons of Scotch tape on my wrappings, and I can't get it right. So I use tissue paper for wrapping paper. Hey, at least it's wrapped, right? But so you can see I have a ton more to do, but I'm okay. I'll do a little napping and a wrapping in between. I'll do a little of this in between. I got some snacks here, like my little bags of popcorn, and I'm all set to go. So I'm ready to wrap it in a nap, wrap it in a nap. But before I do, I had to come on because there's a couple of things I want to talk about. First of all, how about those Phillies re-signing Kyle Schwarber? Huh? More Schwarbers in the future. Well, they had to do it. They had to do it. I mean, this guy is so beloved by the fan base in Philadelphia, and they had to do it. Plus, think about it this way. You take away 56 home runs, 130 RBIs out of the lineup. The Phillies already don't have much power. I mean, you take that away, that's a big hole out of the lineup. Now, you may probably say, oh, okay, what are we going to do 4 or 5 years from now when the guy's hitting like 189, 2 home runs? We'll worry about it when it comes, okay? Maybe by then they'll buy him out. Don't trade his ass, whatever. Spaghetti to the line. Maybe they will. Who knows what's going to happen in 2, 3 years? But for now, this team is all in to win. They need to win the World Series this year because that window is closing. Bryce Harper's getting older, even though he has new blood now. We talked about that the other day. He was hooked up to a machine which recycles his blood. Now I expect him to come back and win the MVP. I'm just saying. This team, Zach Wheeler, let's see if he comes back. Hopefully he will. But, these guys are getting old. Long in the tooth, as they say. Long in the tooth. And, if Philly's going to make a move, they got to make it this year. So I'm glad that they brought back Schwarber. But here is a leader in the clubhouse. He is a nice guy. Him and I have taken many selfies together in the past. He is a nice guy. He can't do better. Plus, he's a designated. All right, you say, why am I paying $30 million a year for a designated hitter? Well, it is what it is. You pay what the market says at the time, right? And one thing, I don't think he's going to lose bat speed. I think he's still hitting the ball really, really hard, which is a great indication of bat speed. And if that's all he has to worry about, swinging, friggin' bat. He doesn't have to worry about fielding, anything like that. So I think he's going to be okay. I think we're going to get prime Kyle Schwarber for a couple of years. Now, is he going to hit 56 home runs again? Probably not. Maybe he will, right? Maybe we're just untapping the potential of Schwarber, right? But chances are he's probably not going to hit that again. And then he's going to hit like only 40 home runs, and we're all going to bitch and say, oh, see, should have gave him that country. But, I think they did the right. Now they have to, there's only like 2 days left in the winter meetings. That doesn't mean that they can't sign other players or make trades after the winning meetings. Many times they do. The winter meetings are, yeah, they're for making trades and signing players, but they're also for laying the groundwork for future deals. So I think the next thing is they have to sign Real Muto, because if they don't sign him, they gotta make other plans for catching. They don't have anything. And after that, they have to rebuild the outfield. They have to trade Moody, Nick Castellanos, this Castellanos. Gotta trade his ass out of town. And they gotta remake the outfield, So let's see what they do. Oh, one thing I forgot to say. I saw this list the other day. So I thought I would fly this by him. The top, they had the top 20. What were they going to do? The top 5 most Christmassy places in the United States. Most Christmassy places you could visit in the United States. And we're going to go from, and this is from Travel and Leisure magazine. So we're not talking about some low life gutter magazine. We're talking about a good hoity-toity publication. Travel and Leisure, the 5 most Christmassy cities you could visit in the United States. What the hell? Alexa, turn it down. She doesn't know what the word turn it down means, although that's more than that word. Alexa, turn it down. Do I have to slap her? Do I have to slap her? All right. So number 5 on the list is Minneapolis. Minneapolis, Minnesota is a very Christmassy place. You got the snow and it's really cold up there. And I mean, I guess so. I guess it's going to be, that's no surprise. Because what else is there? There's no Mall of them. There is a Mall of America. What the hell am I talking? That's about it. That's about it up there. So Minneapolis is 5. Number 4, most Christmassy place in the United States is New York City. Now, I agree with that because you've got the Rockefeller right up there. You've got the giant Christmas tree. You've got all kinds of stuff happening over there. Number 3 is a place called Park City, Utah. And that's mostly because of the skiing. A lot of snow out there in Utah. The Osmonds are out there. I'm just saying. Number 2 on the list is Aspen, Colorado. Aspen, Colorado. I think you have to have a lot of money there. But you can go visit, but you're going to pay. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. No, I got to say this until I give you the number 1 top city in America, Christmassy city, because it's all going to make sense. So you got Aspen, Colorado is number 2. And the number 1 Christmassy city, I can't talk, in the United States of America, per Travel and Leisure magazine is that I thought it was going to be Philadelphia, but no, it's Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, friggin' New York. Now, that does make sense. That Buffalo, New York, snowy, cold, right? They really do Christmas up there very well. So, my friends up there in Buffalo who may be watching, I love you. And hey, the Bills, don't count out those Bills. They may not win the NFC East, but they're going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs. And it wouldn't surprise me if they made it to the Super Bowl. It would not surprise me at all. So here's what I was saying. If you go to Aspen, Colorado, for one night in a hotel there, the average is $1,242 a night in Aspen. Whereas if you go to Buffalo, the average is $170 a night. So you're saving, I was never good at that. You're saving, well, give and take, you're saving a little over $1,000. So, I mean, I think I'd rather go to Buffalo because to me, they have just as good. I mean, what does Aspen have? Aspen has hills and nice lodges and nice things. Buffalo is Buffalo, but hey, you're saving money. What the hell? All right, some other thing. Boston, Massachusetts made the list. They have 60 ice rinks up there. 60. Fairbanks, Alaska. Duh. They have snow. Duh. You know, I was surprised that Santa Claus, Indiana, they make this list. You know what? Santa Claus, Indiana. I mean, what could be more of a Christmassy place than Santa Claus, Indiana, right? Whatever. Whatever. But there you go. All right, well, that's it for now. I just wanted to jump on and say, look, you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I'm really in it now. I'm in it deep, and but it's going to be a surprise, and it's going to be nice for the loved ones, and I could do it because nobody's in the house. uh, the dogs are out getting groomed. They're going to look nice when they get back. Of course, Holly's with them, took dogs to get groomed. And I'm here all by my lonesome. And this is going to give me a chance to rap, nap, and lap. Lap a little more. Okay. And like, of course, my little bag of popcorn. Snacking and rapping and napping. All right, everybody. Well, have a great day. It's hump day, so enjoy it. And I'll be back. I'll be back by the end of the week. I'll be back. By the end of the week, we'll talk Eagles. The Eagles are playing those stinky Las Vegas Raiders this week. The Eagles are favored by the 11 and a half points. But you know what? Do the Eagles deserve to be favored by 11 and a half points over anybody, no matter how stinky they are? The way the Birds are playing. But we'll talk about it at the end of the week. And by then, maybe we will have more Phillies signings to celebrate. Okay? So I'm looking for. Oh, by the way, before I go, by the way, I got shoot. Look what ended up in my mailbox yesterday, huh? A little bit of summer sunshine in the midst of all this cold and gloom. The 19. What century am I living in? The 2026 Phillies calendar, huh? Huh? And it's all. Let me show it to you here. It's all red, white, blue. You know, now it's always interesting to me who's on the calendar because it kind of gives you a hint of who's going to be on the team this year. And for instance, they did not put Kyle Schwarber in the calendar because they weren't sure if they were going to sign him. So you're not going to put a guy in here that you're not sure of because he's on another team. Like Alec Boba's missing. Isn't that interesting? You do have Brandon Marsh, so I think he's going to be on the team. Let me hold my and do 20 things at once. Hold on a second. Yeah. I hope you can still hear me. All right. So you've got Brandon Marsh, you've got Bryson Stott, which is a little bit of a surprise here. Bryson Stott. You wanted to see Brandon Marsh. All the girls wanted to see Brandon Marsh. So there he is. Marsh fan. And there's Bryson Stott. So it looks like he's going to be on the team. Let's see there. March is just a spring training photo. They're not sure. They're just covering the bases. April, Christopher Sanchez. Well, he's a good bet. He's going to be on the team. And you got May. You've got Jesus Luzardo. There he is. He's going to be on the team. June. Now we're getting into summertime. This is our time of the year. And you got for June here? Oh, the tarantula, Roberto Duran, or whatever the hell his name is. Johan Duran. Roberto Duran was a boxer back in the day. And then July, you've got the Philadelphia logo because the All-Star game is at Citizens Bank Park this year. August, You've got Trey Turner. There he is, the batting champ himself. September, when things really heat up, who do you have? Bryce freaking Harper, the blood man, the guy who changed his blood. There he is. There he is. The MVP next year. You heard it here first. And in October, when things are really, really getting serious, playoff time, you've got the, who the hell do you have? Whoa, I skipped over to November. Wait a minute. There is October. Oh, October we have Zach Wheeler. Let's hope that he's okay this year. That was kind of risky for them to put him on. But I think he's going to be okay. And then November, well, Christmas, baseball season is practically over. We have Aaron Nola, the old guy right there. And then for Christmas, for next December, you've got the Fanatic Christmas tree. And then on the back, you've got Philadelphia Phil and Philadelphia Phillies, the old mascots of the team, back when the team played in the vet. And they're nowhere to be found now. They come out of hiding. If the Phillies have a home game on the 4th of July, they come out. They bring them out in their mothballs, and they come out. And so there it is. Actually, it's not right. It's not right. I was looking through this calendar, and on the 4th of July next year, which is the 250th anniversary of our country signing the Declaration of Independence, you would think that they would be playing a baseball game in Philadelphia, right? No. Next July 4th, the Phillies will be in freaking Kansas City playing the Royals in a night game. Now, what the hell is that? Major League Baseball, get your act together. The Phillies, the country's team, America's team, is playing in Kansas City? Really? On the 4th of July? Yeah. Something's not wrong right there. I don't know about that. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the Phillies calendar. So, you know what? When I came in the mail, I was like, yeah, because it's like 10 degrees outside. So I'm thinking, this is like a little breath of fresh air. It's like a little taste of sunshine, a taste of summer on the horizon. Granted, that horizon is pretty far off, but it is. It gives you hope that we're going to be back at the ballpark again, and we're going to be sweating our asses off down there and having ice cream and enjoying ourselves in the summertime, right? So that's coming. That's coming. Hang it. All right, everybody. Well, peace and love, and I'm going to get back to my rapids. Maybe one of these are for you, huh? Look at that. Well, you're not going to know until Santa delivers on Christmas Eve. Then you'll know. Everybody have a good day and a good week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. The hell am I doing? It sucks to get old, you know?